Good morning. This will be a Bible read from Ephesians 6:18. It says, "And pray in the Spirit in all occasions with all kinds of prayer and requests. With this in mind, be alert and always keep on praying for all the Lord's people." Now, I know a lot of people don't think there's time for prayer. I'm one of those. But what I've been finding more and more lately is it does not have to be a long-winded prayer. It does not have to be, you know, when you wake up, before you go to sleep, each meal. You could be driving along and find you need to pray for patience or guidance for, or even protection on a long road trip for yourself, the other drivers, anybody on the road. It could be a quick prayer because you're getting frustrated at work. It could be a silent prayer. It does not have to be out in the open or audible. It could be internal. And a lot of my prayers are internal. They're prayers for patience, prayers for guidance, protection. And they don't have to be prayers for yourself. They could be prayers for anybody and everybody, which I believe that verse is basically what it's saying is not only come to God in prayer for yourself, but for those around you, for anybody that you know might be suffering from illness, loss of job, need a job. Basically, like I said, anything needed. Yes, some of my prayers have been selfish, which thankfully some of those selfish prayers have been unanswered. And I believe the reason why they haven't been answered is because of the fact that they are selfish prayers, and God's not into selfishness. He's a generous God. Other than that verse, prayer-wise, I'm going to talk about other things. I always do. Last couple weeks, I haven't been doing any vlogs or anything like that because I just haven't been there. I'm dealing with, I quit a job because of frustration and lack of help, basically. I mean, it was Easter Sunday. We had, no, not Easter Sunday, I'm sorry. It was Good Friday. We had more than enough people to basically help me in an area that I'm not very good at, which is the drive-through window. And, I got no help. And I had 3 cars waiting for orders, and I got frustrated and just couldn't deal with it no more. But as my manager at Burger King and myself agreed, I had been basically unhappy with working there since they basically decided to stop the overnight shift, which was my shift, which was where I was most comfortable. I got the most amount of work done. I just blew my top that day. So I'm down to one job, which basically means I have to scrimp and basically not spend more money than I can, which is basically very little to none because I've got bills, which excuse me, is fine. And I'm sorry for those who ask me to speak up. I'm not very loud or outspoken unless I'm frustrated or overexcited, and I try not to get overexcited because it just doesn't help my it just doesn't help me, period. Blood pressure and all that fun stuff. That and a factor, I apologize for a lot of other things that is happening right now because I've got the time of the year where my allergies are acting up, which causes postnasal drip, which causes bronchial problems. So I sound hoarse and just not my usual self. Or maybe I do, I just don't notice. Anyhow, yeah. One of the books I've been reading is The War Room, which comes from the movie The War Room, and it talks about being a prayer warrior, which if you've ever seen the movie, you understand what I mean. If you haven't, I would suggest you go rent it, watch it, on demand it, whatever you want to call it. A very good movie. A lot of the different movies I watched that has to do with a Bible-based theme, such as Facing the Giants, War Room, Fireproof, Courageous, God's Not Dead 1 and 2. They all have Bible-based themes and very inspirational. I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of man you think you are. I normally don't cry on movies. Well, I shouldn't say that. My wife will argue with that. But movies like that, and even talking about have me in tears. As my wife will say, I'm a big mush. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Sorry. I don't consider myself one of these guys who are like, oh yeah, I'm a guy. No. I'm a guy. Yes. Do I show my emotions? Yes. Do I hold stuff in? To a point. I won't deny the fact of that. Ever since I got married, I've been more of a heart on your sleeve type person. Usually, I used to be quite guarded because of a lot of things that happened in my younger days. Excuse me. But getting married and whatnot softened me up again, which at first I didn't want to soften up because I was leery of letting people in. I still have certain guarded issues, mostly because of the fact that I don't consider them important or a necessity in my life anymore. I've basically thrown them in the darkest corners of my mind. Not all of them good, not all of them bad. They just don't mean much to me anymore. Jeez. Nope. Somebody's awake.
What?
Peek in. Go ahead, peek in. There she is, Jerry Ann Henson.
Oh,
Early
hi,
morning.
everybody. Sorry, my hair's a mess.
Yeah, she's just waking up. Well, we're both just waking up if you can't tell.
Not too long ago.
I'm off work, so don't worry about my hair.
Can I ask you to pause for a second?
Anyhow, I'm signing off for the day. Enjoy this video, the Bible verse and whatnot. Hopefully I'll start being able to do this on a regular basis. Ignore the goofiness behind me.
Payback.
Yeah, payback. We have one subscriber to both of our chats that I'm gonna kick you in the keister. That requested that I do more Bible chats, which hopefully I would start getting onto now that my frame of mind is starting to get back to normal. Yeah, if you want to consider anything, I am normal. Yeah, if you like this, go ahead and subscribe. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Have a good evening.